Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again it is I, Ron Tello, with the latest in the continuing saga of what the hell is going on with me. And you wouldn't believe the trouble I went through to get online here tonight. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's trial and error. It's a trial doing the errors. Yeah, I'm figuring shit out. So, okay. Um, I'm not going to give context. I'm just going to play this. It's evidentiary content. This is what I need to use if and when I go to trial for apparent reasons. So hopefully my equipment works when I play this tape. This was recorded in the 4 o'clock hour on August 12th, 2026. 2026. Yeah, it's a long time coming. I've had no copy on my veins. I've been up for 12, 14 hours now. Trying to do the right thing. And this is the Narc attack. Just play it. I'll tell you later. How come it won't work? Damn it. I tell you, it's operator failure. Let's see what's in there. I don't have it. Oh, please. Yep. I set up, I cut down, I shut down, and then I gotta put back together again. Technical difficulties. That's the nature of my life. Let's try it again. Ready? Okay. I had two cases matters and two incidents. And now I didn't. Yeah. This is the oh, no, they didn't. Well, remember, remember, 17 years. Everybody's out for it. They're gone. Everything I put up there got stolen. Right. Yeah, no. We're not. I blocked everything. No. I told you the truth that I was no longer going to move here, but the truth that I still use, I didn't know. That's what I was here. Days get while moving, you're going down the 5 feet, and the phone is being turned off and the cable is being turned off. Why? Because if you get a job, and take no stuff, you get a job, but take this shit yourself. You had time to buy, you had money from your land people, you could replace that. Instead, you're lazy and you're using this one. You're not going to be using that anymore. No, I'm not, because I'd like to be able to grab a hold of you and stomp the fuck out of you right now. Because we are about the same age. We are about the same age, and it's not me hurting a disabled person, because it would be a disabled person beating the fuck out of a disabled stupid motherfucker. Because I saw that fucking video of you taking my video of me doing that out there. Oh, this was what the guy's supposed to be professional. No, I never said I was a fucking professional. That is supposed to be your fucking job. For your place to stay here. For you to be able to be on this property, you're supposed to be working. That is why you were here. It's to work. And you got fired over a month ago. So it's time to start finding a new fucking place. You got less than a month. I will be back here next month with another fucking paper like that one you got last time that you said was bogus. You're fucking stupid because all they got to do is put it on the door. It was issued by the court. But you are going to move. You got 30 days. You hear me?
I am going to get really fucking restless real quick. And you can call the cops because I'll call them and I will have them stand right here as I'm throwing your shit out the fucking door. No, because I need to move this wall. So all this shit needs to move. Because this door is going over here. The only thing that these require is electricity and water. That's it. Electric and water. That's it. Other than that, you don't have to have a refrigerator. That's on you. You are dismissed. Oh, go ahead.
I got some explaining to do. The female voice is the narcissist landlord, my former ex significant other. And I've been laying low here for 11 years. I came here originally as a refugee from Montello because of all the trouble happened up there. You can reference that material from my other videos on the Ronald Tello channel, right here on the YouTube network. And the male voice was the new supply. And he's a bully. He's following orders. They're both full of hate and evil, and they just don't like anything. And this whole thing is so contradictory and convoluted. It's like, oh, they want to move this wall in, like so the room is smaller. This room was designed according to this furniture. As the furniture goes there, then the wall goes and jams over. Yeah, I put a lot of work into this. When I first moved here, I lived in the master bedroom with Sherry. That's her name, Sherry. And then later on, I moved into her RV camper van. And later on, after that, we imported my RV trailer from Montello to here. I stayed in that for a while. And then some really stupid shit went down. Government overreach forced us to get it out of here. So I spent another $1,000 taking it back to Montello. And then a bunch of stuff happened, and I ended up here in the garage. This is a modified garage. It's camping, okay? It's a cabin. It's comfortable, except for the heat. Had an issue with that before. I'm having it again. I have no significant income. I've been trying. I've been working with the attorney. I am paralegal, trying to sign up for SSI because in earlier days when I actually had money, I made a fail. I did not put at least $100,000 in the SSI account, which I could be drawing from as early as 2 years ago. I didn't do that because I was counting on my passion, my drums, my talent to carry me through. I was going to really make it big. I was going to make it big until the crime showed up and ruined everything. I'm unscripted. I don't have anything. So I came here as a refugee, trying to sort things out because of what Elko did to me. They took my money. Okay, I failed to mention that in the Watch for a Crazy show I did on January 18, 2024. We ended up playing a drum show instead of a tape that's on volume 4 or 5. You'll find it. They took my money. I went to jail. Yeah, I had to exercise my Second Amendment right to get this goop off my ass, and so I went to jail for 365 days. No, 357 days. When I got out, my money was gone. I went to the bank. Hey, there's no money. Give me your card. Get out of my bank. It really happened. And that's after the court said you can't go home. They wouldn't let me go home. So I had to wander the streets of Southern California for 2.5 months. And I finally, again, went to the library and I emailed Sherry because I had been with her a while. I first met her in 1990 in Topanga Canyon. And we've been on and off, well, up to 10 years ago. We were running on and off about 32 years. So I emailed Sherry. Sherry brought me here. She gave me refuge. I'm a political refugee. That's what I claim. I can prove it. So I came here to live, do chores, eat, fuck, and try to get some justice out of Elko County. It's never happened. Everywhere I go, I get blocked. I get denied. Uh, I am a nowhere man. I think that's going to be in a link. I might be posting all these links that I have to share on the bottom if and when I'm able to figure out how to do this YouTube thing. So basically, uh, I've got this pressure. Like it's bad enough that the landlord won't provide propane, winter heat. Okay, I have no means of my own to provide that. It's going to be cold again. Winters are cold up here. We're in snow country, Big Bear, California. I'm currently in Sugarloaf. We're at 7,000 plus feet above sea level, and it's brutal. So I'm having difficulties with that. We've heard that before. I'm going to say it again. I need propane. I'm embarking on a fundraising campaign. The first thing I thought it would do was borrow a little bit of money, print up some cards, and hand them out. Can you see that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've been handing these out to select people around town. I go, hey, I'm fundraising. I need propane and a lawyer. Propane for heat and a lawyer to straighten out the landlord, who by law is required to provide heat. Now she's saying when she's going to cut off the utilities, the phone, and the spectrum. I need that phone because it's a form of ID when I go calling certain agencies, who food stamps, welfare, the dentist, a bunch of other places. Yeah, wherever I go on the phone. Yeah, the phone number is part of the ID to get in there. So if I get cut off, I'm going to be fucked. The cut off spectrum, I'm not going to be able to have South Park anymore. And it's just a bully tactic because this whole modifying the garage, that was first stated on January 6th of 2024. And that's on the tape that I failed to play on the Watcher show, and it's on either 4 or 5 playing tapes, volume 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but it's on there. Where she comes in and says, "Well, we're gonna kick you out, and you got 30 days, and here's your notice." And yeah, that was over 2.5 years ago. It's still going on. It's all a lie. Everything they say is a lie. Yeah, but I'm not calling the bluff about cutting utilities. So I need a lawyer. I need a real lawyer. I have been around the block over and over again. I have contacted Adult Protective Services, Inland Counties, Inland Fair Housing Mediation Board, and ICLS, Inland Counties Legal Services. And that's just the three I can remember. I have been everywhere. And I just keep getting the same information from the other guy. I've been around circles, man. It's just like, fuck. Okay, today I got a letter in the mail from Adult Protective Services, and they gave me some information from, who is that? Smiles for Seniors. You see that? Yeah, so I want to send him an email. Well, I already did. Yeah, send him an email. He said, hey, nobody's helping me. It's your turn to turn me down. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. So I am fundraising. I've got a fundraiser going on, or almost, on GoFundMe. Took me a while to come up with the text, and then everything I did was just like, I condensed it real quick. I spent like, I don't know, 6 weeks for crib notes, just dispatched them all, and just came off my head and go, look, here's what I need. So I need immediately a lawyer, a real lawyer, not these ones where you can pay them $30 a month and let's write a letter. I need a real lawyer to hear me out, to deal with all these issues. Because on top of what I just said, there was a time at my tools were taken out. Excuse me. Yeah, Sherry says, well, we're going to remodel the garage together, and we got to get all your tools out of here. So let's take them to Montello, and then when we're done remodeling, we'll bring them back. Well, that didn't happen. Okay, they got stolen. Okay, my tools got stolen, and so I have no tools to work with, and I am partially disabled. I've got this thing called sciatica, and I have trouble getting up off the floor off my knees when I'm like done painting a baseboard or something. I just can't work anymore. I'm not physically capable to work anymore. So it's Rocky saying, well, you're just lazy. Yeah, this guy doesn't know anything about me, okay? He's operating under the influence of a serious fucking narcissist. He's following orders, and he's in the bind too because everything he had, he lost. Yeah, so she's his meal ticket. And it's all plantation, man. It's what it is. I mentioned that before. So where am I? So I'm trying to get this fun GoFundMe thing going, and what I wanted to do is post the link to this show on it because of that soundtrack there. I needed to include that in the collection because it's important. It's real time. This is my real issue, and I really need to deal with it. I'm gonna fucking die, or I'm gonna mm, flip it around, and it's gonna be equally as ugly. And I don't want to go there. During this tape, I was stoic. I just sat here. It happened right here. Okay? This is my desk, sitting right here, and he's right here. He's like right there in my face. Okay, he's within pepper spray distance. I held back. As the old saying, never interrupt your enemies when they're making an asshole out of themselves. And made for good contact. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough tape. I ran that tape on just the end of the reel, and I didn't have any idea that this was coming. Because if I knew they were coming in, which I haven't in a long time, see what they do? They live at the beach, okay, and they come up here like 2 days a week, and they do something around here. I don't know what it is. They do a little gardening and leave a mess. They don't sweep up. That's what Rocky was complaining about. Yeah, I call it unprofessional because he didn't sweep up. Yeah, so it's not professional. It's just my professional opinion, and he's all upset about that. Man don't know anything about me except what she told him, and she's all lying all the time. It's called the smear campaign. Yeah, and they're real efficient about that. Yeah, people committed suicide for less, but this is too much. So what have I done? I wrote notes. I made a journal of all these activities when they come here. What's said, what's done, who's not here. Uh, oh, once again, after they finally left, well, back that up. They came in and Sherry's saying, "Well, when we're here, you need to keep the door unlocked." I said, "Well, okay, yeah, but the thing is, smart people, common people would knock, say, 'Hello, can I come in?'" Yeah, that's happened before. You know, instead of barging in, well, we need the door unlocked. Shit, just knock on the door like a normal person. So when they left, they took the lock off the inside, the little latch thing that goes in on the inside that holds the door closed, right? And on the outside, they got one of those garage door bolt type locks, slides. You put the thing down in the loop and the lock and everything. Well, she engaged that, locked me in again. And I was told by a legal scholar that's kind of like kidnapping and yeah, all that other stuff. It's wrong. Okay? It's just wrong. It's criminal intent. It's malicious mischief with an attitude. So there was that. So I just keep getting. I hate to use the word victimized, but just for the purpose of conversation, I am a victim. Okay. Yeah. Personally, I think I'm a targeted individual. People are going, "Hey, there he is. Let's go get him. Fuck him up." Why? Because darkness doesn't like the light. I am the light. Yeah, it's reputation. It's hard to live down. But I see it every day. I sit here. That's what I do. I've been reduced to the binging kind of guy. I watch YouTube all day, 12, 15-hour binges. I just look at everything and I watch the world imploding. And I'm convinced we are, in fact, living in the end times. But hey, just because shit's falling apart don't mean we can't have fun. Yeah, we can still persevere. I want to be relevant again. I got the talent. I got the skill. I got the pie. I want to do it again. I can't do anything. I've been sitting here for a long time trying to get something together. It's just not working. So now I'm accelerating my efforts to save myself from myself and the world around me. And so I'm putting on this tape to add to my portfolio. So in case somebody really cared about me, I could direct them to it. No, so in the meantime, I can't do GoFundMe right now because they want to send me a 6-digit code on my phone so I can complete the registration process. I don't have a cell phone. I don't want one. I'm not important enough to need one, and I don't dig that tracking feature. I mean, we got enough surveillance going on here in the world, okay? Yeah, I'm convinced that they're manipulating my computer. Yeah, they're fucking with the lights. And it's just getting worse. Hell, they've been, surveillance. They've been watching me since I was a boy. Yeah, back in 1982 or something. There's some funny things are going on. So I went to the government. I went to the FBI and the CIA through the Freedom of Information Act. I saw, hey, are you guys watching me? And they sent me these stacks of papers. One was this big. Yeah, all redacted. It's just blocks of black, and all you see was their, what do they call that? The masthead. Yeah, it says FBI, CIA, black. So they've been watching me forever. So the surveillance thing is just getting out of hand, and I choose not to participate in it. So, seeing as I don't have a cell phone to get the 6-digit number, and the customer service robot says we can't call it in, you're going to have to use somebody else's phone to call it in. And I don't even remember entering my personal information like my email address or my bank number, anything like that. Hell, it could be even just a fake site altogether. I don't know. Everything's so fake. Food is fake. One thing's not fake is me. I'm the real deal. Okay, check me out. Go to the links. Go to my web pages. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Ron Tello Cully. Check out my photo album. So your photos, photo albums, and check out my history. I used to be somebody. Okay, I could do it again, kind of, but not in Montello. Yeah, but I can still play drums. And Ronald Cully at YouTube. I'm really worth looking into. Now, there's the pitch. You see it? I can't go to GoFundMe yet, but I'm doing PayPal. Please send me your donations. I need propane and I need a lawyer. Okay? I need a lawyer. I can't do this myself. Because everything I do and everything I try is either a no-go or fail. I have my theories on this. And it is important right now. I should get into it, but I'm not because I'm just overwhelmed with everything going on. So there, I've banged out the gist of the program. You heard it here first. Bad news, bad vibes, bad people. It's good versus evil, people. Pick your side. Choose your hero. Yeah. I don't want to be an influencer. Hell, all I ever wanted was to be a country boy with a big drum set. That's all I ever really wanted. And I just keep getting kicked around, knocked down, put to the ground. All because I'm what? I'm an artist. I'm inspirational. I have talent. And dark hearts just don't dig that, man. We don't like talent around here. You're making us look bad and all that. Yeah, now it is that intellectuals are now the endangered species. And all the stupid people are going after them. Charlie Kirk, for example. Perfect example of the plight that I experience. Hey, Ron, we like you, but we don't like your attitude or your philosophy or your religion or your talent. Yeah, so what part about me do you like? Yeah, okay. Wait, here's a note. Sherry claims that she's going to file for bankruptcy. She's cutting costs, thus the cutting off of the utilities, and I'm claiming bullshit. I believe it's a lie. She's got 2 vacant rooms in the house. Both of them easily draw $2,000 a month, okay? Plus she's got Social Security and a lot of money stashed away. Rumors had it for a long time. She's got a lot of money stashed away. So, yeah, she's just using this excuse to bully me even more, to ruin me even more. Because I'm happy here, even though it is kind of impoverished. I mean, it's a good place, I made it good. A little dirty on the floor. You fix that. Yeah, if I get enough money, I hire a cleaning lady, and I don't have to struggle getting up off my knees after scrubbing the floor. So that's bullshit. She's going bankrupt. Yeah, if she's so hard up for money, she could rent the 2 rooms. Okay, why not? Okay, I'm just going through some crib notes here on the topic of what we heard. And yeah, she wants me to keep the door unlocked. All she has to do is knock. Say, can I come in, please? Okay, here's the contradictory shit of it all. No, they're going to move the walls in, totally compress my space, fuck everything up, and allow me to live here. No, they want to evict me. What else? There's like a third factor here, but it's contradictory of turns here. No, you can stay here and live miserably, or you can go without a proceeding, without due process. Oh, and that part, Rocky says, well, I'm going to call the cops and have them watch me throw your shit out. Yeah, let's see how well that goes. I don't think the cops hate me that bad that they would allow that. Yeah, the cops hate me. I think I talked about that. Yeah, back in the day, I got a ticket for a front row seat to the court in Malibu. And up on charges for possession of one of these. You've seen this before. This is an official World War II military K-bar. It's a hunting knife. It's a camping tool. So at the time I was in Topanga, I was a mountain man. And I was always carrying it in open view, in a sheath. No problem. I'm not brandishing. I'm not, hurting anybody. So the cops roll around. They give me a ticket. And I go down there and I beat them. I beat them at their own game. And they're pissed at me. A little while later, I was hanging down there downtown Topanga. A friend of mine come up. His name is Francois. And he says, "Hey, Ron, your buddy Al Pullen says hello." Who's Al Pullen? He was the cop that gave me the ticket. He got humiliated in court because I beat him on their own game. Okay. So I go, "Hey, well, Francois, why does he say that?" "He got fired for what he did to you." Yeah, they really fucked up, man. So that was eventful. So I figure every day of my life ever since that, cops, the courts, the judges, the lawyers, they all hate me. Yeah. And they got some sort of little code in their paperwork, It's like, you get pulled over, see some ID, blah, 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 and there's a little number there and it says, "Fuck him up. He crossed the blue line. Fuck him up." And the reason I say this is because it happened. That's what they do. There was a time, now I remember this, there was a time there was some police action next door. And I'm standing out in the front porch. I'm just watching, looking. These are two cops standing up against a cop car, and one of them looks to the other, points at me, and he says, "We're going to get that guy. We're going to get that guy." And I go, "What?" And it was clear. I didn't mishear it. So what's up with that? I didn't even have any contact with the cops in this town at that time. How do they know me? How do they know they want to come get me? Well, word gets out when you're Big Brother. They share information and they know everybody is and they know who to hate, who to serve, and who to ignore and who to make disappear. So at this point, yeah, I have very little faith in the legal system. I'm watching every day on YouTube about all these liberal judges allowing hard criminals to walk. Okay? And I see the comments, well, they should all be held accountable. They should all go to prison. All these crooks, all these criminals, all Fauci, everybody, they need to be in prison. But, all the squawking goes on and nothing happens. So what's Trump doing? Can't he write an executive order, say, hey, just round him up? Let God sort him out. Yeah, bring him up on a public tribunal. Bring back tar and feather. Bring back the gallows. Bring back spanking. Yeah. So I don't see any hope or faith in the system itself. So I'm taking my case to the public, okay? In the past, here on YouTube, on certain YouTube streets, some people have been real good to me. They've contributed to my delinquency. My determination to save myself from myself, and they got me propane. They got me through the winter. It was the winter of 2024. What happened last year, 2025? I don't remember, but I lived. Okay, so currently, I don't have any income except for a few bucks I get from time to time in the mail. I got a fan club out there. I appreciate their love very much. Did I talk about? Yeah, SSI, yeah. So I got denied, and I'm talking to my counselor, this paralegal. I called her back today, and that was yesterday. It's currently 2:20 a.m. on August 13th. So yesterday, what is this? 14, yeah. So on the 13th, I called her back. She didn't call me back. So we got to get this appeals process going. See what SS, whoever their name is, says I don't qualify because I've got over like $20,000 worth of assets. I go, really? Well, where are they? I can use them. I don't have that. It's a typo. Something's gone wrong here. It's another fuck up in the machine. Where it's like everything I do and everything I try just goes to shit because they don't like me. I'm not a criminal, okay? I'm a prisoner of conscience, okay? My ideas don't align with the status quo. So, lots of great people come and gone, but they didn't buy into the system. They marched to the tune or the beat of their own drum. And I do. not a criminal. I'm just perceived as a criminal because I'm light and dark hates me. Yeah. I'm not trying to be a narcissist, but if I am, you better do as I say. You better give me what I want, or I'm going to a narcissistic meltdown. And then you're really going to be hating life. I don't want to do that. That's not me. I'm a scholar on the topic of narcissism. I look at the videos, I read articles. I like the memes. Yeah, there's lots of memes on the topic. And my first experience with this behavior was when I was a child. Mom was a narc. That explains it. We didn't know. Nobody in those days, 50s or 60s, knew what narcissism is. It's just, oh, they're ill. They got the vapors, and that's just the way they are. No, they're fucking narcissists, and they're possessed by demons. And then they cover up their bad acts by being good in church. Oh, they put on a happy face. Oh, praise Jesus. Yeah. So they put on public, but behind closed doors, rawr, fangs in the claws come out, and all abuses take place. So that's where my first experience with crazy people was. So as I grew up, yeah, everybody's a narcissist. Except my friends. Yeah. We all maintained together because it was the 80s and it was the 90s. And around 2000, the whole world turned to shit. I saw it on YouTube. It's got to be true. So anyway, God, I just can't get serious enough. I'm trying to fundraise here, people. Now, if you want to participate, if you like to be my lawyer, sign up. Give me an email chat, okay? M86cat. Yeah, done. Yeah. Do it while it's still alive, okay? I lost my other email address, the one that I signed up on eBay. No, not eBay. YouTube. Yeah, had another YouTube address, and because I didn't go there for so long, like 6 or 8 months, that it was deleted, which is weird because the address I have now, I had it all along when I was in jail for a year. I got out of jail. I went to the library, and I'm like, I'm still good. I'm working it. Yeah. So I just can't really explain it without sounding like I'm coming out of left field. But I do. That's what I sound like. Hey, Ron, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, reality is pretty crazy, man. I'm not counting on chat. Nobody's awake now. So I'm basically doing this as evidence in the pursuit of truth and justice in America done my way. So that's all I got. I got more, but I'm not going to do it now because I'm starting to crash out on 12 gallons of coffee in the last 15 hours. God, it was so difficult getting in here. I didn't know what I was doing. So I figured it out. Glad to be here. Hope you can hear me. Be my friend. Click the links and consider donating to the charitable cause. That is the Ron Tello thing. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. How do I get out of here? Oh, there it is. Okay. So there it is. Watch her crazy. Call me. You don't love me anymore? Come on.